Every great tradition starts the same way. With an invitation.
Every invite, every matchup, and every moment. Are you ready to follow the journey to the showcase?
Welcome to The Invite. Each episode, we unveil 2 invitations, programs that were selected not just for their accomplishments, but for how they're built. The stage is set. North Florida Pride meets South Florida Fire. It's official. Mandarin High School out of Jacksonville is traveling south for a Florida showdown with MacArthur at the showcase. Joining us is Coach Bullock from Mandarin High School. And Coach, first of all, welcome to The Invite.
Thank you so much for having me.
Coach, what was it like for your program finding out you were invited and coming down and playing in the showcase?
We were excited. It's an opportunity to not only expand the brand of our school, which excites us, but also it's just cool to be on the main stage. You know, if anybody that says that they don't want to be there is probably lying to you.
I love that, Coach. You're 100% right. And what do you think it is about your program that stood out and kind of earned the invite?
That we've had some good success over the last few years, especially, and we kind of I wasn't the head coach at the time, but we kind of hit the main stage of the state back in 18 when we won state, and then the last 4 years, we've had some really good football players, and we've been able to put some success on the field, and hopefully that will continue.
What do you hope your program, you hope you get the athletes especially get to take from experience like this and coming down and playing?
Well, so I like one travel game a year, whether that is to Orlando, whether that is, we went to IMG in 2023 as our travel game. So I always like one travel game a year, simply because you just don't know how far you're going to travel in the playoffs. As a matter of fact, in 23, we ended up going 1,700 miles in the playoffs because all 5 of our playoff games were not at home. So it ended up benefiting me much quicker in my tenure in that belief than I thought. Plus, my biggest reason for liking to travel is not every kid that plays high school football is going to college football. So, I tell this story all the time. I was a college football, and I'm a very large man at 6'5", and my oldest son, who adores the game of football, is 5'9", took after his mama. He's 5'9.5", 5'10", and just loves the game of football. So the odds that he was gonna play, college football were very low, and which he didn't. But I want to give those kids the experiences. Bryson Wrights and the Knoxes of the world are going to play college football. But what about the kids that aren't going to get to play it? And so high school football is the last time football is truly football. And to have those moments and those memories, you just can't beat them. I still adore and love to see my high school teammates. And, it's what makes the game special.
Man, I love that, Coach. What are some of the standards in your program that you're most proud of?
So we try to live by one standard and one standard only, and we call that +2. And +2, we tried to branch out into all aspects of our lives. So +2 on the field is, can you finish 2 steps past the finish line that you had to post to? Can you do 2 more reps? Can you do 2 more of anything? +2, not on the field, but still in the school, is can you do examples of things that aren't yours? Can you go that little bit extra? And the example I always give is, yeah, that might be on the floor, but can you pick it up? This is our home. And so, and then +2 goes to you, you're in your classroom and you're at home. If the teacher gives you an independent work session where you can get your work done, that moving forward will pay dividends. You'll either have more time to spend with your family, more time to work on football, or more time to study your film to benefit football. So going that little bit extra, not waiting to put it off, not procrastinating. And then the last part of it with +2 is we want you to take that little extra step with your family. We want you to take the trash out with being asked. We want you to maintain your room without being asked. We want you to do the things that you know you're supposed to do. Because at the end of the day, when they do leave us, and I tell my parents, my goal is that you have a young man that is not only a benefit of your family, but a benefit to our community, and that he's strong enough to carry his loved ones until they're strong enough to walk on their own. That's what we hope that they become. And so, and that's what I believe in, and that's what we push. And it doesn't always work out that way, but we try to push it. So we don't break down on state here. We don't break down on family. We don't break down on that type. We break down on +2. It's what we do.
Awesome there, Coach. And what do you hope people see when they watch your program for the first, some of them for the first time, and when you guys come down here, what do you hope people see from that Mandarin program?
The first thing I hope they see, because they see our coaches probably first, is a group of men that love and put a lot of time and energy into the young men of our community. That's the first thing I hope they see. Then I hope they see a quality football team that plays the game to their best ability. And then I hope they see a team that is as good as they want to be because they put in the work and the time to do it.
Coach, I'm really excited to have you guys come down, and I'm also excited, obviously, to be able to come up and see what you guys do. And I think that's part of what makes the showcase so special, and these events. So thank you very much for joining us, and congratulations on the invitation. Can't wait to see you down here in the showcase.
Super excited.
Thank you, Coach. Mandarin and MacArthur is official. So here to talk about it, the architect of the showcase, Dr. Kevin Perry. Coach Perry, this is a big one. Why was it important for you to include this big Florida interstate rivalry?
It's something that we added to the showcase last year, and I'm going to continue doing so. You got two schools that wouldn't necessarily face each other in the playoffs, but they're both so talented right now. You got MacArthur, their only three losses this year was to Chaminade once and St. Thomas twice. And Mandarin's got one of the top players in the 2028 class. A lot of ESPN kids on both sides, so great matchup.
It is, and Mandarin and both Mandarin and MacArthur, not exactly always in the showcase. So this is an introduction to the showcase for some programs. What's it like for you introducing programs and that feeling that they all get when they get the invite and finally get to be a part of it?
The excitement that the coaching staff and the team and the school in general, you're launching these public schools on a national platform, and that's what they're most proud about, is highlighting their school.
What are we looking for with this matchup? What can we expect?
A lot of key matchups from receivers and DBs for sure. So I don't know whoever's going to be more physical in this game is going to win.
I love it. And as we said, we're rolling through these matchups now. We've done a pretty good job keeping them quiet. So we're going to keep on revealing, and we're going to keep on dropping them one by one. But it's official. Mandarin comes and takes on MacArthur. Great job putting another one together, Coach Perry.
Appreciate it. Can't wait for the next one.